So for the people who don't know who Luu Breeze is, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an artist, straight out of, Toronto, well, Scarborough, Ontario, let's be precise. Orton Park in Lawrence, born and raised, moved around a little after, but, always came back to the borough as home, I make music, I write, I produce, the whole nine. A lot of people would like to categorize me, who know I kind of started out rapping. As far as the main, the mainstream scene of it, I came on scene being a rapper, but people don't know that I was singing before I rapped. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's I like to classify myself, especially now that I've grown as an artist. I don't just do rap music. My last project was an all R&B project called Love Don't Live Here. So I want people to really respect me as an artist and put me in a different category, because I feel like, a lot of rappers, might not be incapable of coming up with melodies or doing certain things that I can do, or and I just like to pride myself off of being an artist, I'm jack of all trades.
For me, I enjoy your music because of the fact that it does have so much melodies and stuff like that, and it's not just rap or whatever. But when you do rap,
we can get to the bars though.
The bars are there. Exactly.
Oh, you gotta know it. You gotta know it.
The bars are there. So you definitely have the best of both worlds.
Thank you, brother.
What made you decide that you wanted to be a part of the music scene? What gave you that push?
You know what? My older brother, God rest his soul, Cortel. He was like an inspiration to me as far as making music. He used to battle rap a lot. Okay. So he was the guy that I looked up to. He put me onto all the music growing up, all hip hop, all R&B. He put me onto everything. He played a father figure in my household. It was just me, him, and my mother. So he really put me onto all the music, and then I just became a fan of him because he used to battle rap.
Right.
And then as I seen him, I was like, okay, well, let me try to be like him.
Right.
And then it got from me wanting to be like him to, okay, let me be better than him.
Right.
And then he just it's crazy how the world and life works itself out, because it literally started with me being a big fan of him growing up, to him then putting it aside and being my biggest fan. And he was supporting me, and he was pushing me, and he was helping me pay for videos, helping me pay for studio time and things, so it literally was this a crazy circle of life where it's the student became the teacher.
Right.
So he was really the inspiration behind starting.
Now, other than your brother, do you have any other musical inspirations, or anybody that coming up that was in the game that you thought that you not necessarily somebody local, but somebody that was out there that was doing it, that you kind of either emulated their style or you kind of were inspired by?
Well, definitely, first and foremost is Tupac. That just because of everything that I felt he stood for, and just his presence, even his energy, I feel is kind of similar to mine in the sense of I am who I am, accept me, or or don't, love me or hate me, you know what I mean? So it's and I don't care. It's I just do what I do, which makes me happy at the end of the day, and I felt that's why I connected with him. Plus the music, plus the the message in the music, and then Jay-Z for the lyricism, and the goat, super goat,
man.
And who else? Kanye West, old Kanye.
I gotta keep it clear.
Gotta say it, man. I don't know what this new stuff is, but but yeah, the old Kanye. Yeah, man. A lot of the guys who really weren't scared to be themselves.
What a lot of people may not know about you is that you actually can hoop a little bit.
Not a little bit. I hoop, but
I had to throw out a little bit.
A little bit. I know.
Last time you came to the gym, you showed me some stuff. I was like, what?
I told you. So, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, no, you can hoop. But so since you've been hooping,
Mm-hmm.
is there a shoe that you've ever had that stood out to you? That like, what is your favorite? Do you have a favorite ball shoe of all time, or something that you find most comfortable?
You want to be like I said. I feel like everybody. I don't follow like. I need a shoe that is comfortable for me to do what I know I can do on the court.
Right.
I tried the Kobe's. I literally I was wearing the Kobe's for a while. I got a slight tear in my what was it, like in my some muscle in my calf, and that was like okay because it's like a flat-footed shoe.
Right.
But the most comfortable shoe I have worn, and I like wear them, like I have like so many pairs of the same shoe in different colors, is the Paul George.
Paul George.
Paul George shoes, man. They like fit. I don't know what it is, but I can do it. Like I feel like light. They don't hurt my feet after. It's like
the PG ones or the
PG ones and the twos.
And the twos.
Yeah,
okay.
man. But like his whole, like whatever. Maybe me and this guy have the same foot. I don't know. But that shoe is my favorite. I tried I obviously wore the LeBrons. That's like my favorite player. So I wore the LeBrons for a bit. Then they started getting a little heavier.
Right.
And then transitioned to the Kobe's for a little while. That didn't work out. And then I really like the Paul George.
So now speaking of game time, when you used to get hyped for games back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
was there a song that that came on that it was like, or that you would put in your own headphones before the game that was like, okay, it's my time to go now. Like it's time to get ready for this game.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, definitely. DMX. What was it? It was DMX. Stop Being Greedy.
Okay.
MOP. 4 Alarm Blaze with Jay-Z.
Okay.
And there's another one that used to. Oh my gosh! How could I forget? Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
And the one with him and Snoop, America's Most Wanted.
Okay.
Those songs were like my go-to to get in the zone.
Right. Okay. And now that you have retired to an extent,
I've become literally just a open run.
Open run baller.
Yeah.
So now, before the open run, what do you find yourself throwing on now? Like nowadays, is it do you go back to that, or do you got some new stuff that you throwing in the headphones?
Some of it, but I really like Future is one of my favorite guys right now. Just he has a certain type of arrogance and cockiness, type of talk to him that I like. And then Kodak Black. Who else, man? Pressa.
Okay.
Might throw some press on. He gets me hype. Who else is there? There's a lot of things. J-Rock.
J-Rock. I think his album was dope.
First off, I think that album is
out.
Definitely like I don't want to say underrated because I've heard everybody say good things about it. So
Yeah.
I don't consider it underrated. I think certain folk might not give it the award and recognition that it deserves. And to me, that was like one of the best albums.
1,000% is one of the best albums of the year.
Yeah.
1,000%
Like
from
to
front to
bottom.
back.
Yeah.
Every song.
Yeah.
Boy Wonder had some tracks on it. Shout out Boy Wonder.
Yep.
But a bunch of songs on there. You have like anthems like that are pre-workout hype. Gym time anthems. Like it was a crazy album. With what's going on today in music, you guys you continue to be relevant. You continue to make your sound and your staple in the music scene.
Mm-hmm.
So you and DJ Hoto have just released God Mode, the video and the song to everybody, to the public. So what are your how did that come about? How did you guys?
God Mode was a record. Well, Hoto came to me. Well, we were working together. Obviously, I've known him for years too. He came to me and said he was working on a project and he had this single in mind that he wanted to do. And he wanted me to, obviously help him out with it. So sent me a few, beats. The God Mode beat was one of them. We souped it around a little. Got my boy Mike Hitman on it. Shout out to Mike. And then I just literally snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally it was just like a statement song. The beat to me was like a statement type of record, you know?
Right.
So I felt like if I'm gonna talk, I gotta talk on this, you know? So
Right.
it was, and then, yeah, we came out with the record, shot the video in probably the coldest day in the winter. Yeah, man, it's out now, it's doing its rounds, and, you know, we're definitely, you know, working the record, and yeah, big things, man. A lot of big things in the works, so, like, I can only, you know, just throw that out there. There's a lot of big things in the works.
Right. No, I can only imagine, and as I know you and Hodo, as you guys are like my brothers, like I definitely am proud and very supportive of everything you guys are doing. And that record is crazy. It's exactly what we spoke about before. It has everything that we talked about with you, from the bars to like the story behind it, the messages behind it. Like,
well, that too, I want to just touch on quickly. Is like what God mode is literally, you know, in a nutshell, leveling up, like getting to a mode in your life that you feel you are pushing yourself to be greater than you were yesterday. You are pushing yourself to be greater than you ever were. You're in a moment where you like appreciate like everything around you, and that's helping you excel to be the best you can be. And whether that means you just got a new job and you're making great money to take care of the situations and live the life that you want to live, that's God mode. Whether it's you know, shout out to Chris, was like, man lost his leg in a motorcycle accident. You have two choices. Give up or push through it.
Yeah.
God mode, he pushed through it. This guy's in the gym more than most guys that have both legs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And have and he still goes hard. So it's like that's what God mode is. Literally persevering through the tough times and getting to a point in your life where you're just at your ultimate happy. Whatever that is. It doesn't have to just mean money. It's like you're rich in spirit, rich in wealth, rich in health. Everything is just of God.
1,000%. Half the time, a lot of those things are more important than just having monetary value. Right?
Well, there you go.
Just having money.
There you go.
You could have money, and as you can see, as a lot of the stuff that's happened, a lot of real situations, a lot of artists are dying, and people are dying. I mean, rest in peace to all the people who lost their lives this year, but a lot of artists are dying, and because of their lack of happiness.
Facts.
Right? Facts. So I mean, if you can get yourself out of that dark place and put yourself into God mode to an extent, right? Like that's kind of what I took from the song, and I'm glad that you broke it down and kind of explained it for us. But that was kind of what I took from it, especially seeing Chris on the song. It's very inspirational to me.
Yeah, and I just want to throw this one quick thing out there. I got a message on like a DM the other day, and it was this guy who gave me a story about literally what God mode did for him as he lost his wife this year to cancer.
Right.
And you really listen to that record, it's a hype record, but it's like, if you can hear like the way I'm like, you can hear it through my vocals, like through the pain, through the aggressive nature of it, that it's like I'm pushing. You know what I'm saying? People who know that I've been doing this music thing for a bit, you know, ups and downs or whatever, nobody can tell me I'm not one of the best out here. Right. Nobody could tell me that. 100%. I know it, and it's where I'm at is not anybody else's fault but mine, and what I'm capable of. Nobody else can speak about. I can only show you. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all on me. Right. So it just, you know, I gotta go harder if that's what it is, to show people my potential and who I know that I am. And that's what this next bit of music that you guys are gonna get is gonna show you. It's gonna show that.
Perfect.
For sure.
Well, I'm excited to see what's up next. I'm excited to be a part of the journey. I mean, I'm definitely out supporting you guys or whatever I definitely can get to.
For sure, brother.
So I appreciate you guys, and even you guys are an inspiration for me. Like, it doesn't have to be that you guys are in the same field to inspire me. You guys inspire me by just being who you are, what you do, how I've seen you with the music thing, just kind of keep going and push through no matter what turns or whatever, anything that happens. Like, you guys definitely are an inspiration, and as I said, the whole story behind it, you know, I've known Dream or Hoto since we were 4 years old, right?
Wow.
So I mean, the stuff from the mud, literally.
Right.
So from the stuff that I see him doing and going through, and everybody just growing, man, it's just it's a beautiful feeling to see you guys do your thing.
That's what life's about, man. Just, you know, meeting dope people, creating memories, and growing together. That's really what it is, man.
Kicking clap, skip the chit and chat, scalps on her, this a different rap. Quick to get the strap, count it all, but this a different stack. I brought a gift to rap, made more thousands in a different trap. Niggas quit the chat, miss with that. Click and clack, skip the chit and chat, scalps on her, this a different rap. Quick to get the strap, count it all, but this a different stack. I brought a gift to rap.